Hello. Hello. Student sir. Hello. Hi guys. Good morning. In yesterday's class, we discussed regarding certain topics, cost classification on the basis of what? Behavior. On the basis of behavior. Okay. What we discussed? Fixed cost, variable cost, semi-variable cost. What is meant by fixed cost? We discussed in earlier class itself. Fixed cost means cost will be always constant, irrespective of the level of output. If production is increased or production is decreased, production is equal to 0. Nothing to worry. In all the cases, such cost will be same. Such cost shall be referred as fixed cost. Sir, while seeing the question paper, how to know whether cost given in the question paper is fixed or not? Both conditions should satisfy. Two conditions is imposed. Condition number 1, cost in totality, it will be fixed or same or constant. Condition number 2, cost per unit always change. What is meant by variable cost? We discussed. Variable cost means cost always keep on changing based on the level of output. If output is increased, cost will be increased. If output is decreased, cost will be decreased. Such cost, fluctuation cost, is called variable cost. While seeing the question paper, how to know whether cost is variable or fixed or semi-variable? Two conditions should be satisfied. Condition number 1, cost in totality change, cost per unit is constant. We discussed earlier itself. Semi-variable cost. Semi-variable cost means cost which neither fixed nor variable is called what now? Semi-variable cost. Semi-variable cost is also known as total cost. In total cost, PFC and TBC is there. Practically, my dear friend, semi-variable cost does not exist. If it is exist, such semi-variable cost should be segregated into some portion to the fixed, some portion to the variable. How to segregate? We already discussed. 3-step procedure. Step number one, calculate variable cost per unit. Variable cost per unit is equal to change in cost divided by change in units. Step 2, calculate variable cost. Variable cost is equal to units into step 1 answer. Step 3, calculate fixed cost. Fixed cost is equal to total cost minus step 2 answer. We discussed with the help of example. Clear. Next, we discussed regarding cost classification on the basis of controllability. On the basis of what? Controllability. Okay. Controllable cost, uncontrollable cost. Controllable cost means which can be controlled if subject condition management taken proper action. Is it clear? If management not taken any proper action, then such cost shall be referred as uncontrollable cost. Controllable cost is also known as abnormal loss. Uncontrollable cost is also known as normal loss. Again, I am telling my dear friend, the term normal loss, abnormal gain will be helpful in the chapter of process costing. In the chapter of what? Process costing. Till now discussion clear? Excellent. Now, in today's topic, my dear friend, by discussing till now, you may feel speed. It's not a speed, my dear friend. That is a revision of last previous classes. That is the reason I am revising in a speed manner. Clear. Next, cost classification. Cost classification for the purpose of computation of profit, valuation of closing stock. So what is the purpose, my dear friend? Cost is classified, computation of profit, valuation of closing stock. Is it clear? Excellent. Sir, on the basis of this classification, cost can be classified into number one, expired cost. Number two, unexpired cost. Number three, product cost. Number four, period cost. Number five, manufacturing cost, administration cost, selling and distribution cost. Next, job cost, unit cost. These are the cost classification. For what purpose? For achieving two purposes known as computation of profit as well as valuation of closing stock. Clear? My dear friend, again I am telling the term expired cost, the term unexpired cost, the term product cost, the term period cost. This concept is a main pillars of the costing. For building, four pillars required. For knowledge of the costing, four pillars required. This is the four pillars. You might be wondering, sir, this cost, where it will be used? This concept will be useful in non-integral integral reconciliation chapter called as cost bookkeeping. While closing the ledger, some ledger balances will be carried forward to next period. Some ledger balances will be closed down in the year itself. That is a reason we have to study these concepts. Clear? So first we will discuss the concept expired cost, unexpired cost. What expired cost, unexpired cost. Okay. Before moving into the theory, we will take one example. For example, just assume his name is Mr. A. Okay. Mr. A is an accountant in XYZ Limited. XYZ Limited. My dear friend, basic equation cost plus profit is equal to sales. We know majority of the people I think know this equation. Cost plus profit is equal to what ma? Sales. I want profit. What is the formula? We should shift this cost to this side. It means profit is equal to sales minus cost. Profit is equal to what ma? Sales minus cost. On the basis of this thing only, Mr. A did one calculation. Please listen. In January 2024, just assume. Okay. In January 2024, they purchase 1,000 units at the rate of 10 rupees. How much? 10,000 rupees they incurred. They sold 200 units for rupees, just assumption, 200 rupees. I purchased one unit as a 10 rupees. I sold 200 rupees per unit. It means how much? 40,000. Now, listen carefully. This is a sales. This is a purchase cost. 30,000 is profit. 30,000 profit. Who calculated? Mr. A is calculated this manner. Who calculated ma? Come on, my dear friend. Who calculated this calculation? Accountant in the company. He is calculated in this manner. Why? We discussed C plus P is equal to sales. Profit is equal to sales minus cost. We considered sales. We considered cost. Difference figure profit. My question is the above calculated profit is correct or wrong? Is a question. Can you think for a while? Is this profit calculation is correct thing or wrong calculated? Wrongly calculated or correctly calculated? Obviously, what you are thinking is correct. It means the above calculation is the above calculation of profit is wrong. This calculation is wrong. Why, sir? Sir, please observe. Income you show for 200 units. Cost you show 1,000 units. Here, matching concept principle is violated. Is nothing but not satisfied. Then, if you show income 200, you should show purchase cost also for 200 units only. Then only profit is correct. It means this calculation is wrong based on the violation principle, because violated principle of matching concept. Principle of what? Matching concept. Now you might be thinking, sir, how to calculate correct profit? How to calculate correct profit? So calculation of correct profit. How to calculate, sir? Very simple. Sales. How much? 200 units. 1 unit they sold for 200 rupees, correct? Yes. How much amount? 40,000 minus purchase 200 units you have to show into each one 10 rupees. Each one how much? 10 rupees is equal to 2000. So correct profit is equal to 38,000. Correct profit is equal to what, ma? 38,000. Please carefully listen. Here purchase cost. How much? Purchase cost how much? 1000 units they purchase. 1000 units they purchase at the rate of 10 rupees. Out of 1000 units, they sold 200 units. Unsold 800 units. 200 units into 10, 2000. 800 into 10 is equal to 8,000. That is equal to 1000 into 10, 10,000. If you observe, in 10,000 they are bifurcated into two types. 2,000 rupees portion, 8,000 rupees portion. This 2,000 rupees portion will be charged against current year revenue. This 2,000 rupees portion charged against what? Current year revenue. What, ma? Current year revenue. Then this cost will be referred as expired cost. This cost will be referred as unexpired cost. Now tell me, my dear friend, what is meant by expired cost? Very simple. Expired cost means cost is such cost in charge to the current year revenue. Such cost is charged to the current year revenue. If anything I charge to the current year revenue, such cost is called expired cost. Unexpired cost means cost which is not charged against current year revenue. It is carried forward to next year or next period. Then such cost shall be referred as unexpired cost. So expired cost means cost which is charged against current year revenue. Which is charged against what? Current year revenue is called expired cost. Next, unexpired cost means cost which is not charged against current year revenue is called unexpired cost. Unexpired cost. I hope it is clear. Very simple, my dear friend. Any cost which is charged against current year revenue is called expired cost. Any charge not charged against current year revenue is called unexpired cost. In other words, means alternatively we are defined. In other words, expired cost means cost which is representative of sold unit. Very simple. Expired cost means cost which is representative cost for sold units. Is it clear? Excellent. Next, in other words, unexpired cost means cost which is representative of unsold units for our closing stock is called unexpired cost. Is called what, ma? Unexpired cost. This is a expired cost definition. This is a unexpired cost definition. Now onwards you should realize what is a profit. Profit calculation is equal to, don't tell, sales minus cost. Sales minus expired cost only. Sales minus expired cost only. I hope it is clear now. Now tell me, what is meant by expired cost? What is meant by expired cost? Any cost which is charged. In name itself indicate expired. Expired means such cost never be seen in the future. Okay, unexpired. Name itself indicates such cost can be carried forward or can see or can trace, can check in next year. Is it clear? Excellent. Next, product cost and period cost. Product cost and period cost. So before moving into the product cost and period cost, I will give 2 minutes time. Please revise it, expired cost and unexpired cost. Then we will move into the product cost and period cost. Why? Because product cost, period cost is linked with the expired cost. That is the reason I am giving certain few minutes break. Clear? Is the previous expired cost and unexpired cost. So now we'll discuss regarding the concept called as product cost, period cost. What cost, ma? Product cost and period cost. Listen carefully, my dear friend. We'll take one example. MNO Limited. What company name? change. MNO Limited furnish the following details such as they incur certain cost. Raw material they incur 10 lakhs. Labor they incur 6 lakh. Direct expense they incur, or otherwise we can call raw material, labor. Next, selling expense they incur 4 lakhs. Total cost is equal to 20 lakhs. Listen carefully, my dear friend. Company incurred raw material cost 10 lakhs, labor 6 lakhs, selling expense 4 lakh. Total cost 20 lakh. They manufacture 1 lakh units. 1 lakh units. Out of 1 lakh units, 70,000 units sold, 30,000 units unsold. Based on the above information, based on what, ma? Based on above information, organization calculated profits. How they calculated? Listen carefully. How they calculated? Sales. How many units they sold? 70,000 they sold. Is it clear? Please respond now. Clear on? They sold for 40 rupees. Otherwise, we can call it as 50 rupees. 70,000 into 50. Take the calculator. 70,000 into 50. How much? 35 lakh. Okay. See, 20 lakh. Before itself, we discussed expired cost and unexpired cost. Expired cost and unexpired cost. We spent 20 lakh. For how many units? 1 lakh units. It means 20 lakh divided by 1 lakh units. 3 zeros, 2 zeros. It means per cost how much? 20. We wrote minus cost. How much cost? 70,000 units. We previously discussed expired cost means cost which is expired. It means 70,000 into 20. 70,000 into 20. It means 14 lakh value is got. 35 minus 14 is equal to 21 lakh is called profit. They disclose like this. If you observe or not, out of 1 lakh units, 70,000 units only sold, 70,000 cost only there. Now, biggest question mark. Biggest question mark. Whether the above calculated profit is correct or wrong. This is a question mark. This is a question mark. Now tell me, please think and decide whether is this answer is correct or wrong. I will give 1 minute. and revise the entire data and conclude whether it is correct data or wrong. I mean, not data, correct calculation of this 21 lakh calculation, correct or wrong, this table. Excellent. So, some of the persons might getting answer, solution. What they did? Sales 70,000 units into 50 rupees. Okay, how much? They did calculate 35 lakh reported. Purchase, we can call it as minus cost. How much? 70,000 into 20, 14 lakhs. Result, profit is equal to 21 lakhs. They are asking this calculation is correct or wrong. Very simple. This value and this value correct means this value obviously correct. It means student having obligation whether this value correct or wrong. And student having one more obligation. This value correct or wrong. If these two values are correct, obviously this value is correct. We will check 70,000 units they sold. Yes, 70,000 units sold. For how much? 50 rupees per each. 35 lakh is correct. Cost. On the basis of expired cost knowledge, 70,000 income, they have to disclose 70,000 cost. It means 70,000 is correct. Now my question mark is whether this 20 is correct. If this 20 is correct, if 20 is correct, then calculation is correct. Otherwise, obviously, calculation of profit is wrong. How they arrive 20? How they arrive 20? They are calculated. They spend 20 lakh. They spend 20 lakh for production of 1 lakh. But you are forgetting the principle. How to arrive 20 lakh? They spend 10 lakh raw material. They spend 6 lakh labor. They spend selling expense as a 4 lakh. Now biggest question mark. This 10 lakh they spend for manufacturing or only sold in or unsold in it. Obviously, this 10 lakh only for manufacturing. This labor only for 1 lakh manufacturing. Selling expense incurred only for 70,000 units, not for 30,000 units. It means this two cost will be purely manufacturing. This cost will be only for sold unit. That is the reason. This 20 rupees is wrong. Then how to calculate correct profit? How to calculate correct profit? How to calculate? Sales 70,000 into 50 they guess 35 lakhs minus cost 70,000. How to calculate cost? Cost, calculation of cost per unit is equal to how much they spend? 16 lakh only. This 4 lakh exclusive for 70,000 units. Okay. It means cost per unit is equal to 16 lakh divided by 1 lakh units. It means 16 rupees per unit. 70,000 into 16. Please take the calculator. 11,20,000 answer we got. Clear? Minus. Sir, if you observe, this cost is incurred for 1 lakh units. This cost is incurred for sold unit. It means entire this cost we have to record minus selling expense. How much? 4 lakh. 4 lakh. It means 11,20,000 plus 4 lakh. 15,20,000 minus 35 lakh. Profit, correct profit is equal to 19,80,000. 19 lakh what ma? 80,000. Is it correct, my dear friend? Clear? By observing this calculation, I think you can get the certain clarity. It means by observing this procedure, this is the incurred for sold unit only. This is incurred for sold plus unsold unit only. It means product cost means cost which is incurred for production or manufacturing. Clear? Next, period cost means cost which is incurred for exclusively sold units. Exclusively sold unit. Any cost which is incurred only exclusively for sold unit, period cost. Any cost incurred by the organization for entire manufacturing. Manufacturing unit means might be sold unit, might be closing stock. It's called product cost. As per GACAP, GACAP means generally accepted cost accounting principles. Generally accepted cost accounting principles. Okay. Product cost, period cost. If you observe this example, what is the period cost? 4 lakh. If you observing the correct calculation, entire 4 lakh I charge it to current year revenue. It means period cost fully expired. Product cost some portion expired, some portion unexpired. How much portion expired? Based on the sold unit. Based on sold unit. This is a principle we should remember. We will write as a summary manner. Okay. Product cost, period cost, expired cost, unexpired cost. Listen carefully. Period cost fully expired. Next, product cost some portion unexpired, some portion expired. Some portion expired based on sold unit. Some portion unexpired based on unsold unit. Based on unsold unit. This is the summary for product cost, period cost, expired cost, unexpired cost. If you getting confusion, please watch the lecture again. You will get certain clarity. Clear? So before concluding today's class, we will revise the entire things. Expired cost means anything incurred by the organization charged to current year revenue is called expired cost. Anything incurred by the organization which is not charged to current year revenue but charged to next year, unexpired cost. Any cost which is incurred for the manufacturing is called product cost. Any cost which is incurred only for sold unit is called period cost. I hope you are enjoy the classes. If you watching first time in our channel, please subscribe and follow my classes. Clear? Is it clear? Before concluding the today's discussion, is there any doubts? Please post your doubt. We will let you know. After clarification of your doubt, I will conclude the today's session. I hope you are not having any doubts. Yeah, one student posted the comment. Tell me, ma'am, regarding product cost. I have, can I repeat? Okay.